call you. Hopefully you remember what is a complementary angle. Do you remember what is a complementary angle? 90 degree, right? Supplementary angle?
180 degree.
Very good. Conjugate angle?
360.
360. Very good. Okay, let us try one example to let you refresh your mind back on how to get the answer on this one. So this is self-practice at point 1E. In a diagram, A and 46 are complementary angles. So you look at the A over here, this is 46. So if you're given this is a complementary angle, how do we get the value of A? How?
Minus 90 degree.
Very good. 90 degree minus 46, you get value of A. Okay, it is given that A and B are supplementary angle. So you look at A and B are supplementary angle. Means A plus B equal to how much?
180.
Very good. A plus B, 180, because it's a straight line over here. And the angle conjugate to C is 2 at 3. Meaning all the angle over here that is conjugate to C is 283. So there are 4 angles, which is B plus A plus 46 plus D is equal to 2 at 3. So I hope you can calculate the value. Just now we already get the A, the B, A and B is 180, right? So hopefully you can get the rest of the answer, because this kind of question most probably will be in the exam. Okay, so today we are going to carry on with this part here. How do you perform a geometrical construction? So just now I asked you to get ready your compasses already. This is what we need to get to do our construction together with your pencil, your ruler. Okay, so in this part here today we are going to learn these 4 main things. So we are going to construct first, that is the line segment. Second, we are going to construct perpendicular bisector of line segment. So I'll let you know what is a perpendicular bisector. It's actually a cross. If you have a straight line, it's the line that crossing through that line with 90 degree. And then we are going to learn to construct a perpendicular line to a straight line. After that, we are going to construct parallel line. Okay, parallel line is 2 lines that is going together without meeting at the end of the line, no matter how long you extend it. Okay, I'll further elaborate about this later on. So look at the picture over here. This somebody drawing, right? Can you imagine who is the person that is drawing over here?
Architect.
Very good. Usually it's architect or designer. So logos, house plans, or technical designs are drawings that require accurate measurements. So these drawings can be done with the help of compasses and straight edge tools only. Any geometrical tool such as set squares, rulers, or by using geometry software. Do you know what is a set squares? Any idea?
No.
Don't know. Okay, it's okay. Later on, I'll go through all the geometrical set with you in the maths, the maths app later on. The work of using geometrical tools of geometry software to do drawings of accurate measurement is known as geometrical construction. So we are going to do this, especially those who are intends to be a designer or an architect next time. So this part you have to master it. Not only those because you are going to sit for your PT3 also, so you make sure you know how to do this. Okay, first we are going to construct line segment. What is a line segment? Line segment is a section of a straight line with a fixed length. It's known as a line segment. Usually when you draw with your pencil, you just draw a line. For example, you want to get 3 centimeter, you just measure 3 centimeter, you draw that line, right? So that is a line segment actually. But right now, we are not going to just draw the line segment. We are going to construct. So whenever you see the word construct over here, it means you have to construct using compasses. Construct using compasses. So what I do when I see this thing, I always tell the student, when you see the word construct, right? Start with the word C, is always refer to the compasses. You need to use the compasses for this. Okay, so there are a few things when you use the compasses. You can see over here, smart tips. Use a sharp pencil while performing geometrical construction. And one more thing, you cannot erase all your construction line. You must keep the construction line. What is a construction line? The one that we have over here, this one is the construction line. A curve that you construct using your compasses. All the line that you get from your compasses is the construction line. So you cannot erase any of it because those parts are the one that is, how to say, you get your mark from there. So remember, when you are using your compasses, that's why I asked you to choose the one with the mechanical pencil. Okay, so if you don't have mechanical pencil, if you use the one with the pencil, make sure you sharpen your pencil. It must be sharp. You cannot have a very blunt end and then your drawing won't be nice later on and you can't get accurate answer. So these two things you got to bear in mind. Okay, let us look at the first one here. How to draw a line segment. So for example, you were asked to construct a line segment AB with a length of 8 centimeters. So these are the important points. So you can see the diagram here. First, you draw a line and mark a point A on the line. That is the first thing. This one you just draw using your pencil and your ruler only. Draw a straight line and mark A. But you don't know how much is the measurement. So to get the measurement, because we need to measure, we need to get 8 centimeters. You look at the question, 8 centimeters here. So you are going to use your compasses, put it on the ruler, and then you measure the 8 centimeters. Get the accurate measurement. After that, put it on top of the point A over here from point A with the distance of 8 centimeters on your compasses that you have. You mark the point B on the line. Okay, so last thing, you just label it. This is your B and then this is 8 centimeters. Okay, we are going to do that now. So as you can see in your GC, I posted the work for you in the GC already. So we are going to do that according to our lesson today. This is your work here. We are going to do this straight away. That's why I asked you to get ready a piece of A4 paper. Everybody, you have your A4 paper? Now?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, notebook.
You want to use notebook. Okay, if you use your notebook, make sure you divide properly later on. I don't want you to capture too many pages for me. Try to make it maybe only 2 pages lah. If you are using notebook, yes, carry on, you can. Okay, because the purpose I asked you to use this so that you can do it in 1 page like this. If you are using your A4 paper, you fold it into 8 equal parts. So you fold it like this, half already. Okay, fold it another time because we are going to make about 6 drawings here. After you fold it, and then you fold it into half again. Okay, get this because I want you to divide into 8 equal parts. First part over here, we are going to do question number 1, this one. Question number 2, second part. And then you can see there are 2 diagrams for question number 3. So you use this part for the question number 3, these 2. And then the last question, these 2. Okay, so for those who are using notebook, you just use question number 1 and 2, maybe in 1 page, question number 3 and 4 in another page. Okay, So let us try to do it now for the first question here. Construct each of the following line segments. So AB equal to 6 centimeters. I'm going to use my math sketch to do that now so that you can see clearly. Clever maths, not math sketch. Clever maths. Okay, give me some time to copy the question over here. So this is the question that we have. You don't have to copy the whole question. You just need to write down self-practice at 0.1F. And then question number 1, you can write down AB equal to 6. If you want to copy everything, yes, I allow you to do that also. Okay, this is what we are going to do here. So self-practice at 0.1B, number 1, construct each of the following line segments. A, you write down A. Actually, we have a few questions, but I don't want you to do so many lah. Later on, there will be a lot of mix up. So I don't want to see that. So copy down AB equal to 6 centimeters. Are you done with this? We are going to do it together. Raise up
Yes.
your hand if you have done. Raise up your hand. Can I see? Raise up your hand. How many raise up? 7. Oh, what happened to Evanisa? Okay. Alicia, Anis, raise up your hand already? Oh, yes, already. Anybody didn't raise up your hand here? I can't see actually from the hand form. I can see those who raise up the hand, but I can't see those who didn't raise up the hand. Okay, never mind. Let us carry on. So construct each of the following line segments. AB equal to 6. Hopefully you still remember the working just now. So first thing, you need to get ready. So just like I told you, I'm going to let you know what are all the geometrical sets. So ruler, I'm sure you know ruler, right? And then you already know your protractor. So your compasses also, you have already know this one. So we call this set square, this one. We have two kind of set square. This is a set square of 45 degree because at two end over here, it is 45 degree. So we call it set square of 45 degree. And there's another one. This is a set square of 30 degree. This part here is 30 degree. Okay, so there is a difference. You can see this one is longer, this one is shorter. Okay, so we call this set square. So basically, you know all of this already lah. This is a multifunction triangular ruler, but we seldom use this one. The one that we mainly use is the compasses, the protractor, and also the ruler. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do here, you need to draw a straight line and mark A. So I'm going to start with a straight line over here. Draw your straight line. And then you mark a point A. Mark a point A like this. Everyone, have you done that? Have you done that? Yes, huh? Okay, let's do the next thing here. Take out your ruler. Take your ruler. So from the ruler over here, you are going to measure using your compasses because we need to make a 6 centimeter. So move your compasses to the sharp point of your compasses. Move it to 0. Can you see that? 0. So I'm going to drag it to 6. Get the measurement of 6 like this. Can you see that, class?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good.
Yes,
So,
madam.
can or not can, right? Okay, so let's carry on. Now we don't need the ruler anymore. You get the measurement of 6 centimeter already. Put it on top of point A like this. The sharp point on point A, this sharp point over here, you put it on top of this. It must be exactly, you don't put it at the side here. It must be exactly on top of point A. So 6 centimeter. And then you draw it. You draw it. So this is how you draw it. This is what we want. So we call this construction. We want to see an arc. We call this arc. Dalam bahasa Melayu, arc adalah lengkok. Okay, lengkok. So done. After you have done it, this is 6 centimeter. You label your B because we want AB. 6 centimeter. Label 6 centimeter like this. Are you done?
Yes.
Yes, huh?
Yes.
So you know how to construct a line segment now?
Yes.
Very simple, right? First step, you
Yes.
just need to draw a straight line and you mark a point using your own pencil. Mark a point. After that, you just need to use your compasses. You measure 6 centimeter and then you draw. Sometimes they won't give you 6 centimeter. They will be a bit tricky. They will ask you to construct 6.7, 5.6, something like that. So you have to measure accurately, because teacher is going to measure each of your construction. Okay? If you got it wrong, marks won't be given. So now we look at the next one here. Hold on, let me see, where are we? Okay, so this is what we did just now. If you don't know how to do it, you can refer to your textbook. It's on page 176. Okay, you can go back and see on how to do that. Or you can scan the QR code here on the right and then you go to this link of the YouTube to watch the video on how to construct the line segment. Everything is given. So now we are going to look at perpendicular bisector. Just now, that one is line segment, a very simple line segment. So what is a perpendicular line sector? You see, if line AB is perpendicular to line segment CD. So you can see this line segment CD over here. If AB is perpendicular to CD, and then and divide CD into two parts of equal length, then divide it into two equal length, then this AB over here is known as the perpendicular bisector. Okay, I show you another example. For example, I have a straight line like this. Okay, maybe I mark the line segment over here with P and Q. It's not very clear. So when I have a straight line that divide this P and Q equally, we use this sign to label that it means these two sides, they are equal. We use this sign. You can use a double sign like this also, like what we have in your textbook, to state that they are equal. So when these two parts are equal, we call this line here that divide this line segment equally, we call it perpendicular bisector. Okay or not? Okay, now? So we carry on. Now we look at this example here. Construct a perpendicular bisector of line segment PQ using only a pair of compasses and ruler. So you're given a line segment. You were asked to construct perpendicular bisector. Let us look at the step on how to construct it. Firstly, you look at the line PQ here. You need to adjust and set the compasses to a distance slightly more than half of the length of PQ. So you need to open it. Okay, open it more than half of the length of PQ. If you look at this PQ over here, is this much. You can divide it into two, and then you can see you just need to open up to more than half the length of the PQ. And then you construct two arcs from point P. From point P here, construct two arcs. One at the bottom and one above. After that, you move it to Q. Same thing, without changing the distance of the compasses, you draw another two arcs. After that, you join it up. So let us try together here in the Clever Maths. You still have your book with you, right? Correct or not? You have your book, right? Okay. So hold on, I copy the question here. You need to copy the line right now. We are going to do this question, which is almost the same as the one that we see just now. Okay, I'm going to move it here. Might be a bit bigger here. I'll try to make it smaller. Copy and construct the perpendicular bisector of each of the following. So actually, you just need to copy this line now, and then you can write down number 2, construct the perpendicular bisector. Are you done with line AB? You draw this line. Slightly slant a bit. Tell me if you are done, then we carry on with the construction of perpendicular line. We are going to construct this.
Done.
Done, huh? Okay. So let's see how to construct perpendicular bisector. First of all, take your compasses out. This is your compasses. So I'm going to drag it down a bit now so that it will be easier. Oh, I think I moved down the word itself. Okay, this one. Okay. So first thing, what you are going to do is you are going to move your compasses to the point A. Okay. Then you are going to drag it at least half more than the line, the length of AB. Can you see? Half more than it. You can adjust more than that up to you until B. Can be more than that or extend, can. But it must be at least more than half of it. You see, the total length? The total length that we have is about 9.7. So half of it, make sure you have 4.8 and above. So make sure you have 4.8 and above, half of it. Are you ready with that? So usually I'm going to make it about 2/3 of it usually, so that I have a nice curve later on. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Yes, so I'm going to draw the line right now. So we are going to draw the arc on top and at the bottom of this line. Top here and at the bottom. So I'm going to draw the arc right now. One arc here on top. Remove it. Don't change anything. You move down here. You draw another arc. Can you see that? This one. You draw an arc like this. On top and at the bottom. So you do it now. Are you done with that? Are you done with that?
Yes.
Yes, Okay. Yes. My compasses over here, I can't move it the other way like this. I can't turn, but you can turn it. That will be easier for you to do it. So what I can show you is just by using this, what we have over here to do the other side. So I'm going to put it, the sharp point to point B right now. Put the sharp point to point B without altering the size. You cannot change the size. Like just now, if you are using this size, you cannot make it smaller. No. It must be the same as what you did just now. If you have already altered it, what you can do is you go back to A just now. You adjust yourself, adjust until you get this line here. You still can adjust it. You still can adjust it until you get the point of this line. So it must be the same. You move it here. Exactly on top of point B. So next thing we are going to draw another 2 lines here. On top and at the bottom also, we want to cut through the line, the arc that we have just now. So I'm going to draw the arc to cut through the top and the other one down here. Cut it. Okay, you do that together. Do you know how to hold the compasses? Actually,
yes.
Yes, actually this is the hand of the compasses, and then this is the top point. Usually, I will put my hand like this. I'll hold this part together with the top. You see? My finger here, can't see it. My thumb here, I'm holding this part. So you have to try to learn how to turn it nicely. You need to learn how to draw. Sometimes you cannot hold the hand over here. Maybe after you make a fixed point, you just draw like that. Draw the arc. Okay, have you done with it?
Yes.
Yes, you can cut. You can see it's a very clear line. You cannot have 2 arc or more than that. If you got that, you have to rub it off and reconstruct again. So after you have got that, you can remove your compasses. Next thing, you need to use your ruler. So get your ruler. What you do is you are going to find out the intersecting point. This is the intersecting point of the arc. Can you see my arrow pointing the intersecting point here? This one and this one. So we are going to join these 2 intersecting points together. So I'm going to adjust my arrow here. Okay? And then you draw the line. My ruler here is not very good. I might not be able to draw a straight line because this ruler is not a real ruler. You draw a straight line, so maybe I use this one to draw a straight line here. Cannot. It doesn't look nice. Okay. Do you have something like this?
Yes.
Yes, So?
Yes.
What do we call it?
Perpendicular bisector.
Yes, very good. You have done the perpendicular bisector. This line is perpendicular bisector because it divides A and B into 2 equal parts. They are having the same length. So, you have done the first one just now. What is that?
Line segment.
Very good. That is the line segment. And then second one, you have done the perpendicular bisector. So sometimes they don't only give you like this, they can give you a line like this. So you need to know, you have to start from both of the end over there, and then you need to construct one on the other side and the arc on the other side. Start from this point, 1 point. After that, without altering the size of your compasses, you move it here and then you draw the arc again. Teacher is familiar to it already, so I know how to do that. You construct this perpendicular line. Okay? So later on, when we finish the lesson, you try to do it again on your own. Okay, we go to the next question now. You have any questions so far? Do you have any question?
No.
Okay, we go to the next one now. So this is the perpendicular bisector. We move on. So if you don't know how to do it, you go to your textbook again, page 177. This is the YouTube that you can refer. Okay, next one. So let's discuss over here. In the construction of perpendicular bisector, if the distance measured on the compasses is less than half of the length of PQ, what will happen? Do you know anything? What will happen if it is half of the length? Like just now, we have this AB over here. You see, I rub off everything. Including that one also rub off. Okay, never mind. This is the question. So, if we use less than the length of AB, for example, if we use less than the length over here, what will happen? Do you have any idea?
The line will be in the middle.
The line will be in the middle. Okay, let's see. Because you see, if I put it here, I use less than half of the length. Because just now I asked you, you must use more than half of the length, right? So if you use half of the length, you see what will happen. I draw the line on top and below of the line segment there. I draw one here, and then I move it down. It must be on both sides of the line. I draw one here. After that, I remove it, put it here. I draw one at the bottom. So I draw one line here. And I draw another line on the other side. You must make sure AB is in the middle. So when I draw this line, can you see, is there any intersecting point?
No.
There's no intersecting point like what we have just now, isn't it? Hopefully you remember what is intersecting point. You see now I changed the color. Okay, I changed the color. I'm going to use more than half of the line. So I move it here. I'm going to drag my compasses. This is easier to see. I move it more than half of the line. So I'm going to draw the arc. I'm going to draw the arc on top and at the bottom. Above, I move it down. I draw one arc here. And then I remove it without altering the size. I put it on point B. So I turn it again. And I draw the arc. Turn it again. And I draw the arc. You see? These two arcs, we have intersecting point. Okay, that's why it must be more than half of the line. If you construct less than half of the line like this, you see you won't get any intersecting point. They won't have intersection. So you won't be able to construct a perpendicular bisector later on. You understand that?
Yes.
Yes, huh?
Yes.
So bear in mind, it must be more than what? More than half the length of the line segment. Okay? So another question here. Is the perpendicular bisector of PQ here, this one, the perpendicular bisector, this one here, which is RS, the axis of symmetry of triangle PQR. So they form up a triangle like this. So they ask you, is the line RS an axis of symmetry for this triangle PQR? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Yes. You know what is axis of symmetry or not?
No.
Axis of symmetry meaning something like divide the thing into two equal sides. Like our face. You look at my face. My face might be not very equal. It's not balanced. Our face, if you divide it into half, left and right, when you fold it into two, they match each other. Like our nose over here, everything cuts into half. So the one on the left is always same as the one on the right. So when they are the same, the line in the middle here, we call it axis of symmetry. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, huh?
Yes.
Okay. What is a real life example that you can give me? For example, the one that have axis of symmetry. Can you give me any example?
Butterfly.
Yes, very good. Butterfly. And a lot of things. Butterfly, the vase. You know the vase, the flower vase? Yeah, I cannot draw very good. The one on the left must be the same as the one on the right. And then anything else besides butterfly? Butterfly is a very good example, huh? If you have butterfly, you also can say dragonfly, right?
Box.
Box, yes, you also can divide the box into half, whereby you have the line of symmetry. Okay, so we call that axis of symmetry. Therefore, this perpendicular bisector is also considered as an axis of symmetry. Okay? So we go through the next one now, the third one. Okay, perpendicular line to a straight line. Just now is perpendicular bisector. The difference of the perpendicular line over here. Perpendicular bisector means it divides both sides equally. But when it comes to perpendicular line, you don't have to know that it's equal or not, but you got to make sure it divides the line, it divides the line into 90 degrees. For example, if this is the line given, you can divide it here into 90 degrees. It doesn't necessarily have to divide half equally. It doesn't necessarily have to be equal on both sides. I cannot draw on this PDF. It's a bit harder. It's short and here and there. So you just have to make sure perpendicular line is 90 degree. For example, in this question number 4 here, using only a pair of compasses and a ruler, construct the perpendicular line from point M to the straight line PQ. So from here, the point, you are going to construct the perpendicular line to this line over here. Meaning you need to draw a straight line that cut through M and get a 90 degree like this. Sometimes they can give you the M somewhere else here. So when they ask you to construct perpendicular line, you need to draw a 90 degree line that cut through PQ here. Okay, the M can be any place. They can put any place here and there. Sorry, you know the difference of perpendicular line and perpendicular bisector?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Perpendicular bisector, you need to divide the line segment, what? Using that word, if perpendicular bisector. It has to divide the line segment
equally.
Yes, very good. Equally. I want to see that word. It's not there. Equally, if it is perpendicular bisector. They have to divide the line segment equally. I can't write using this. Okay. Hopefully you understand now, huh? But when it comes to perpendicular line, it divides the line 90 degree. Okay? So now let us look at the next one here, the flashback. I rub this off first so that you can see. Flashback, you look at the flashback here. If a line is perpendicular to line PQ, then the line is known as perpendicular line to line PQ. So when they said this line is perpendicular to line AB, so it means that line is a perpendicular line. Okay, let us look at the next one here, the example on how to draw it. So they show you the example using different color over here. The first step, you put your sharp point of your compasses on top of point M and you draw it. I'm going to show you a shortcut instead of using this, but this is almost the same. Later on, if you don't know how to do it, you can go through one by one. So same thing, they provide you the YouTube and the QR code. Okay, let's carry on. Yeah, Shamina, are you leaving?
Yes.
Oh, what do you have after this?
I have to go to RTM for training.
Oh, okay, you are very busy. Okay, all the best.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Welcome.
I'll do the...
Yeah, okay, good.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. She will become very popular soon. So this is your question number 3. You will have to construct the perpendicular line to the line segment of PQ passing through point M. So for number 3, I will want you to copy this diagram here in your your A4 paper. So I'm going to show it to you here. Let's do it together, huh? Okay. Not this one. I go back again, maybe I didn't copy it just now. Copy this diagram in your book or your A4 paper. Later on, I want you to capture all of the diagram. Have you done? It doesn't matter how much is the length of the PQ, you just need to draw a line, but not too short, not too short. If too short, you can't see clearly. Maybe you draw about, let me see, 8 centimeter or 7 centimeter like that. And then the point M, don't put the point M in the middle. You put the M a bit to the right hand side of the line. You see this is the middle, right? The M is a bit right. Are you done? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, Good. So let's carry on with the next construction. So here it means we need to draw a perpendicular line that go through M like this. You need to get a 90 degree here. So how to do that is very simple. You just need to use your compasses. Okay, move your compasses directly. You see the sharp point? Move the sharp point to point M. That's the first step. Have you done with that?
Yes.
Yes, Okay, so the next thing, you will need to adjust it. You see? You need to adjust it. If your compasses doesn't touch the line PQ like this, if no matter how you turn it, it doesn't touch the line PQ, then you will have to adjust it. Drag it longer so that it can touch on both sides. Drag it longer, I want to make sure you can touch on both sides. You see? One on the left and another one on the right. You must touch on both sides. If you touch only on one side, you still need to adjust. Maybe adjust it longer so that you can see on both sides of the line. Can already? If can, then you can start do the marking. Draw the arc. One arc here. And you move it to the other side here. And you draw the arc. So the arc will look something like a roof of a house. Something like that. You have this done? I rub off the top part first. It doesn't look nice. Let me know if you have done.
Done.
Done, Okay. So the next thing, you see this will be the length of your line right now. Okay. You are going to put the sharp point here on both of it later on. So we are going to start on the left. Usually we will start with this part here. Up to you. You can start on the right also. Again, this is the same thing like you did your perpendicular bisector. You need to drag it more than half of the line. Remember, if you don't drag more than half of the line, you won't get the intersection. You remember that or not? The word intersection. What is intersection? I think there is a band with the name of intersection or the song intersection, right? You know what is intersection?
Yes.
Yes, intersection.
Yes.
Persilangan dalam bahasa Melayu. So, titik persilangan. We want the intersection point. That's why you must drag your compasses more than half of the line. So, put it properly on this arc that you draw just now. Get the intersecting point. This is the intersecting point over here. You drag more than half of the line. So, the line is here. You need to draw the arc on top. Above and below it. So we are going to draw something like this. I move it up. The arc supposed to be here. This one you have point M as example already, so you don't have to draw at the bottom. So just draw the one on top. One arc. Are you done with that? Done?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Without altering the size, don't change the size of your compasses. You move it, the sharp point to the other arc that you have get. Make sure it's the intersecting point here. Ready? Then you turn your compasses. You draw the arc. If yours, you can do it this way because in this clever maths, I can't turn my compasses like I said just now. If yours, you can do it this way, go to the left, you can go to the right easily. It will be easier than what I have over here. So have you done with this?
Yes.
Yes, huh? If your line is too short, you can't get it. What you do is you move it again. Sometimes the line is too short, you can't get the intersecting point. So you are going to adjust again. Sorry, this one is too far already. Let me show it to you. I move it a bit here. So you can go back and then you can adjust again. You see? Maybe it's too short. You drag it longer and you redraw so that you get the intersecting point. Okay, but one thing I want to remind you, if you can see double line like this, it's not acceptable. So you have to rub it off and redo again. Okay, but over here, I'm not going to redo again. I just let you know. This is the intersecting point. Can you see my small hand? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Join the intersecting point to point M using ruler. So you are going to get your ruler. Turn it. And you adjust until it meet M here. So I still need to adjust it a bit here. Okay, then you draw your straight line. So we call this perpendicular line. Okay, this is perpendicular line. So you can see there is a 90 degree over here, but you don't have to label the 90 degree lah. The 90 degree that I labeled there is just to show you that it is perpendicular. Perpendicular means 90 degree. Have you done everything?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, we move to the next one. You have done how many diagrams so far?
3.
Yes, very good. We have 2 more to go. Okay, let's go back to our textbook. This is our textbook. So if you don't know how to do it, you go back again. This is perpendicular line. So we move on. Example 5 here. We need to construct a perpendicular line to line PQ that passing through point N. So now the line, you have a point N over here. Unlike just now, your point M is floating on top. Now, when the point N is here, is almost the same. What you do is, you just need to point the compasses, the sharp end of your compasses on top of point N. Okay, so we go back again to what we have just now. I copy the question first. So we are going to do the next one here. You copy this one here. Copy this line B. Okay, so just now, the point M is floating. I just want to remind you, it's very easy. Everything is about the sharp point. If the point is floating, you move the sharp point here. If the point is on the line, then you move the sharp point to meet that point. That is the starting point. So we consider the point here is the starting point. Okay, now you copy this question that we are going to do. Move it further. This one. Copy this down in your book. If you are using your A4 paper, then you copy it down on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 parts over here, this space here. Are you done? Make sure you, make sure you label P, M, and Q properly also. Done, I'll move it down a bit. Are you ready to do the construction?
Yes.
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 Okay, tell me, what are we going to construct one more time? What are we going to construct?
Perpendicular line.
Yes, very good. We are going to construct perpendicular line. How much is the angle for perpendicular line?
90 degrees.
Yes, very good. Okay, let's carry on. Take out your compasses. So I said when you have a point given, that is your starting point. Just put the sharp end of your compasses here. You see, it must be able to go through your line, cut through your line. It must be able to cut through your line on both sides. If you think that your line is too short, okay, for example, when you use your compasses, it's too short, you cannot cut through your line here, no problem. What you can do is you can use your ruler to extend the line. You can just use your ruler, okay? Sorry, move it down and adjust it, and then you I don't really know how to adjust this one here, and then you draw your line to extend it. You can extend, there's no harm for you to do that. Okay, let's carry on. I need to rub this off first. Are you ready? Have you moved the sharp point here?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so make sure you can cut on both sides. So I'm just going to drag some way like this. So first, move it, cut. You can go to the other side straight away, but I can't. I have to move half a turn like this because it cannot turn the other way. Make another arc on the left. Mark 2 arc like this first. Have you done?
Yes.
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 So now this is your line segment. Always remember when you have cut on both sides, this is the length of your line segment. So we are going to use this point over here to continue with the construction of the arc on top. And we have this point as the guidance already, so you don't have to do it on top and at the bottom. Like what we have earlier, the perpendicular bisector, if you're given a straight line like this, you have to start construct the arc on above and below, and then you have to move to this point, you construct the arc above and below, so that you can join these two intersecting points like this. But right now, for this diagram over here, because you have point M as the guidance already, one of the point like this, so you only need to construct another arc above or below, either one only. But if you construct both, no problem, it's still considered correct. So now I'm just going to consider to draw one on top only. So again, when it comes to line segment, you have to adjust your compasses. Make sure it's more than half of the line. Okay? You move it more than half of the line first. Already?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, you draw your arc above it. Something like this. Done?
Yes.
Very good. Well, we move it. Don't alter the size. Without altering the size of it, you move your sharp point to the other one that you have done. Here, the intersecting point here. So, you are going to draw another arc to cut through what you have just now, like this. Cut it. And remove it. So you will see something like this. You get it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
last thing, just join the intersecting point to M using ruler. Take out your ruler now. Move it. Oh, I think I can draw like that. Hold on, I move here. It's not easy to adjust the ruler here. I'm sure you have done faster than me. Okay, join it up. Done already. You can exit the M, or you don't want to exit the M. You also can just join up to M because they didn't mention you have to exit it. Okay, you can exit, doesn't matter. More than that also, no problem. So you are going to get a perpendicular line, a 90 degree, for a point that lies on the line. So you can see this point, it lies on the line. Okay, the first one that you did just now is a line. The point that is floating on the line. This one, the point lies on the line. Have you done it?
Yes.
Yes, huh? Okay, we go to the last one, huh? The last one is parallel line. So before we move to the parallel line, let me explain a little bit to you first. Parallel line. Parallel. Do you know what is the meaning in BM? What is the word parallel in BM? Tahu tak? Parallel means selari. Tahu maksud selari tak?
Garis lurus.
Garis lurus.
Garis lurus. Kalau garis lurus, maksudnya garis lurus macam ni. So when I say parallel line, there will be two lines. Two lines. And then the distance of these two lines is always the same. So no matter how long you extend the line, no matter how long you extend it, they will never meet. So the line that will never meet when you extend it and then they have the same distance in between, we call it parallel line. For example, I have two lines like this. Do you think this is a parallel line?
No.
No, because when I extend the line, they will meet at the end. They meet at the end here. So they are not parallel line. One more example. Is this a parallel line?
Yes.
Yes lah, it look parallel. What about this one? Parallel or not?
No.
So you can differentiate it already, huh? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to construct parallel line using your compasses. Okay, let's go back to your textbook first. Okay, just now this is the construction of the perpendicular line. You see all of it is given in your textbook. You can refer to the website. So now we go to see this parallel line. Using only a pair of compasses and a ruler, construct the line that is parallel to PQ, passing through point R. So this is a point R given. You have to construct a line parallel to PQ. Meaning, you have to construct a line that is parallel like this. So how to do that? You cannot just use your ruler to do that because they said construct. Construct, we need to use compasses. So you can see the flashback over here. The meaning is actually the same as what I have told you just now. The line that will never meet even when they are extended is known as parallel line. Okay, so they give you the steps of constructing it. Very simple. What do you do is, you see, they start from point P over here. You put the sharp end. You measure from this sharp end to point R. Then you draw the arc. So you got to remember the distance is always the same. Therefore, that's why they measure the length from P to Q. After that, they move the compasses to point Q here, and then they draw another arc. So it means that the distance is the same already. They get that one. Distance is the same first. After that, they measure the length of PQ, and then they put it on top of point R here. They get the line to cross it. This is the one. So lastly, you just need to join it up. Then you get the parallel line with the line PQ already. Okay, they are always the same. So we use the arrow over here like this to label that they are the same. Okay, without the arrow also doesn't matter. But usually they will use arrow to indicate that there are two parallel lines. Okay, let's try that together. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. So the next question you need to copy is, hold on, let me see. How come I cannot get it? This is the one. So this is the last question here. We are going to construct two parallel lines. One is like this. So you can just write down number 4, construct a parallel line to line PQ. Okay, you write down first. I give you time. Construct parallel line or a line parallel to line PQ passing through point M. So that gives you the point M. I give you 1 minute to copy down the words for number 4. Actually, this is the exercise from your book at point 1F. You can refer to your textbook also. I took a few questions from there. So now I'm going to copy the diagram. You copy this diagram first. The length is roughly, let me see, about 4.5 centimeter will do for this one. You don't have to, you can use 5 or 6, up to you lah. Actually, the bigger the diagram, the easier to construct. Are you ready?
Wet.
Okay, wet.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, what about the rest? Are you ready? The rest?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, let's carry on. Okay, I move it up first. I need space. So this is the diagram that we have. Okay, you can see the M is floating below here, below the line PQ. Now, again, what do we want to construct again?
Parallel line.
Yes, very good. You remember that we need to construct a parallel line. Parallel line, garis selari. So meanings we have to construct a line that go through like this. Okay, so let's carry on. Take out your compasses. First, we are going to measure the length that is the same from M. So you move your compasses to point P. You can move to point M because they are the same. We just need to get the distance that is the same. So turn it, drag it until you get the length that is the same distance. Same distance. Have you got that?
Yes.
Same distance,
Yes.
You don't have to draw anything here because this one we just need to get the measurement. Move it to point Q now. Then you draw your arc. Draw your arc. Okay, you draw your arc. You will get something like this because we want to have same length. Done?
Done.
Done. Very good. Now we want to get the measurement of PQ. So move your compasses to point P and then you drag. You drag until you get the measurement of Q. You drag until you meet the Q here. You get the measurement, but you don't have to do anything. Have you get the measurement?
Yes.
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 Move it to point M. And then you draw the arc. Done? Can get the arc or not? You need to cut through it so that we can get the intersecting point here. Tell me when you are done. It seems like you are facing problem. You can't cut through it, is it? Most probably because this arc is not long enough. If it is not long enough, what do? Is you go back, measure from P to M one more time. You do like this, You go and measure your P to M like this one more time. You move it to point Q because we need to get the same distance. And you draw a line. You can extend it, make it longer. Because just now you might construct too short. So you make it longer. Can you get the intersecting point? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, already, So you just remember, you need to get the same distance as P to M, and then you get the same distance from P to Q, so that we can have an intersecting point over here. Okay, I'm going to remove my compasses here. The next thing that you need is, what do you need? Ruler. A ruler. Okay, so we are going to join point M to the intersecting point here. Move it until you get the intersecting point. You need to adjust it. After that, you draw the line. Sorry, my line is not very straight. You draw the line. It should be straight. Can you get that? If you can't get that, we erase it off and redo one more time. Do you want me to redo it for you?
Yes.
Okay, rub off everything. Rub off. So, take out your compasses. Now, this time I think you can do faster because you understand already. Measure the length of PM. Measure it. Done?
Then.
Okay. Move it to point Q. Now this time you try to draw a longer arc like this. Draw a longer one like this. So that you can get the point later on somewhere here. Done?
Yes.
Okay. Move to point P. You get the length of Q. You need to drag it until you get the length of Q. Okay, same length already. Remove it, put it on M. And then you draw the arc. You draw it. Okay, so you just have to make sure it cut through it. Then you remove it. So next thing, you get your ruler. Join up the intersecting point. Join up the intersecting point like this. Let me see how to draw using this. I'm trying. You don't do like me over here. Do like that. It's supposed to be joined up the line. Oh, I know how to do it already. Oh, like this. So your line must be a fine line, not like a double line that I can see like mine over here. Not like this, cannot have double line like this. It must be one fine line, straight line like this. Have you done it?
Yes.
Very good. So you can see we have the parallel line constructed. Okay, so we move to the last question now. This one is at point 1F. So we have another diagram just now. This is the one. The floating point M is on top now. So you copy this diagram. Copy this diagram. This is the last one. After that, you can hand in your work in the GC. Okay, I move it here. You can see I copy the diagram here. This is the diagram. The length, I think maybe you do a 5 centimeter for PQ, something like that, 5 or 6. And then the point is likely to point Q here, the point M. Have you done it? Have you done it, class?
Yes.
Okay, we carry on now. Now to construct the parallel line. Where is the parallel line that we need to draw? Or above or below?
Above.
Yeah, very good. Because the point is here, so we need to draw the parallel line above of it. but we cannot draw using freehand because the question asks us to construct. You need to bear in mind if they ask you to construct, but if you draw to get the answer, no marks will be given, okay? You must construct it for you to be able to gain your mark. So first thing, take out your compasses. So same thing, you can move to point M, the starting point, or you can move to Q, because we just need to get the measurement of the difference in length between the parallel line with the line PQ. So you turn it until your point Q here, you adjust it, get the measurement. So have you got your measurement? Yes. Okay. Without altering the size, move the sharp point to point P. But I'm not going to draw it at below the line here because the point is on top. I need to put it on top the arc here. I need to draw on top. So I will have to rotate it. Rotate. Okay. Don't make a short one. Just now I think most probably you make too short. You can't get the intersecting point. So this time you drag it longer. Drag it longer so that you get the intersecting point. Drag it longer. If you still can't, the front part also, you drag it longer. Like this. Have you done it?
Yes.
Okay, what is the next step after this? Measure what? Anybody knows?
PQ.
Yeah, very good. Measure the length of PQ. So you move to point P. Either one, point Q also can. Then you adjust and get the measurement of PQ. So my measurement over here is 12.1. Have you got that?
Yes.
Okay, so remove it. Put the sharp end on top of point M. Are you ready? Make sure make sure you don't alter the size, So you turn your compasses. Mine have to turn this way, there's no choice. Yours can turn right hand side or left hand side. Oh, you see mine, it doesn't cut through. Okay, it doesn't matter. I draw my line first. Draw the arc first. If yours also like mine over here, it doesn't cut through, you can't get the intersecting point, doesn't matter, don't worry. Just extend it first. Those who got your line, you can proceed to use your ruler. Okay, so what should I do is I'm going to go back to the first step just now. I'm going to get the measurement of Q and M. I need to get this measurement. Okay, then I'll go back again to point P just now. This one. So here, I'm going to extend the line. Actually, you also can get it from here, but try to make it accurate. So I'm going to extend. You see, I can extend. You don't have to rub it off. So everyone have your intersecting point?
Yes.
Very good. Kenapa Habib sharpener jauh? So your line must be very blunt. Doesn't look nice. Okay, next thing, you take out your ruler. Move your ruler to the intersecting point. Join it to point M. Okay, I'm gonna make like this. Join it to point M. So draw the line joining the intersecting point to point M. So we have done the parallel line. You got that?
Yes.
Very good. Anyone lost or not here? No, Okay. So it's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So you try to practice on this, In the next lesson, we are going to construct angles. You know angles. For example, you have the 90 degree basically. So we are going to construct the basic angle, a 60 degree. After that, you will have to learn 90 degree and some other angle. So this one will be more fun. So you get ready for the next lesson. Maybe another A4 paper. Like just now, we are going to do all the exercise together. Okay, class?
Okay.
Okay.